apologise if you can't hear me, it's just because I'm not getting mic on. Fucking knackered. Supplement time. There we go. Oh, there's loads of just usually doing 2 gulps instead of the 1. So it's like, or 2 goes, because that's definitely more than 1 gulp. Next one. Right, what's happening? Welcome to the YouTube. I'm gonna check the time on my phone. What have we got? What have we got? 6:21. 6:21. We're doing a full day in the life and a full day of eating. I've not done one of these in a long time. Honestly, because I don't really enjoy watching them. I can't remember the last time I've watched a full day of eating or a day in the life, and I think that's probably because I just don't enjoy eating my food just now. So I've got no desire to watch any food-related content. And when I do watch anything at the moment, it's something like Friends or Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something just a really, really easy watch to give me a little bit of a giggle. You know, because things are relatively busy at the moment. I wouldn't say I'm the busiest person ever. It's a plane going above my head. Hopefully it's not taking away from the audio. Yeah, I'm not the busiest person ever. This video is not to be like, whoa, look at me, look at my routine and how hardworking I am, because it's nothing crazy at the moment. Things aren't like ridiculous, but you know, I need to be pretty on the ball. Otherwise I'll fall behind my work quite a good bit. So yeah, the routine, wake up at 5:55. I like it being in the fives. Just below 6 o'clock, it gives me a little bit of an extra boost. I don't know, 6 o'clock I feel lazy for doing so. So 5:55, up and at 'em. You'll see that I've done my little morning routine. You'll also see that I look very, very tired. That was only 20 minutes ago, but I'm a bit more alive now. As soon as I step out into some fresh air, get some sunlight about me, there we go. But yeah, the little morning routine takes me 20 minutes or so. Just get up, weigh myself, clothe, brush the teeth, mouthwash, and then make all my supplements. So I'll put them on screen like when I've done that there. I've got a microbiome breakthrough, L-glutamine, which is in this little shaker right here. And then back at home, my big pit stop jug, called Josh 10. I've got Rise and Shine, glutathione max, and creatine as well in there. So this is my morning digestion drink, the microbiome breakthrough. Why can I not say that? It helps with pretty much balancing the bacteria in my gut, because I've got some issues with my digestion system. So yeah, that covers that. Plan of action today, I've got pushing arms on the cards. I've got quite a quiet day of check-ins, to be honest. Tuesdays are one of my quieter days, below the double digit mark. I usually sit around 7 to 10 check-ins on a daily basis, depending on the day, and this is one of the ones that's about 7 or 8. So on the lower side, a little bit easier today, which is why I've decided to do this day in the life today, and we'll get a little bit more time. Plan just now, like right now, is just a wee like 15-minute walk. Always get out on one if I can, if the weather allows me to do so. Literally just to again wake up to get some fresh air. I usually just pick my check-ins, get back to messages, so on and so forth. Just now, not looked at my phone yet. I try not to do so until I'm up and about, and not just get my phone straight away. As a big tip to anyone, as soon as you wake up, get fucking straight out of your bed. Like, don't like fanny about, don't mess about, don't do anything. Just launch out of your bed. Otherwise, you'll just sit and lie there for like half an hour. If you've not got somewhere you need to be. I don't need to be anywhere right now, because I'm self-employed. you know, I don't need to get up, I don't need to get out for a walk, but do I feel better for doing so? Of course I do. So get yourself up, get yourself out. Although it just sometimes it's like, ugh, don't know if I can be bothered. You thank yourself for it. But yeah, I'm going to take you through everything. I'm on, I believe, 4,400 calories just now. 250 grams of protein, 675 grams of carbs, and 75 grams of fat on a training day, I believe. So I'm going to split that up through 4 meals. I'm not a fan of 5. Some people are, some people aren't. My digestion is, not my digestion, my appetite is horrendous. So I can barely even stomach 4 meals, never mind 5. Just the thought of trying to eat that frequently throughout the day makes me feel sick. So yeah, 4 meals, we'll go through them. I'll kind of take you through everything as always. Record a little bit of the session. I've only got 40 minutes left on this SD card, which could be a large problem. I might need to go grab one before I head off to train. But yeah, I think that's everything. My lower back is really sore. You'll have seen when I try and put my socks on, I can barely bend over because my back DOMs are pretty bad. I deadlifted on Sunday. It's Tuesday now. Deadlifted, leg pressed. Had quite a big session on Sunday, so yeah, a little bit sore. However, let's get cracking on with it. Have a great day when you're watching. I'll chat to you soon. Let's get it. Oh, slow one this morning. Oh. So, to everyone on the YouTube channel that's never seen it before, this is Princess. Princess. Good morning. Good morning. She usually drifts around that corner over there for breakfast. She's very chilled out this morning. She must be tired. Princess. So she's a little Westie, who's 15 and has one eye. You're a wee pirate, aren't you? She'll get her breakfast. Oh, look at the tail. There you go, Bob. Give the camera a swatch of the food, will you? meal 1 for Princess. It smells like absolute shit. There you go, Pop. Brilliant. Thankfully not my meal 1. Princess is on 3 meals a day. She's bulking just now. She's been bulking her whole life. Yeah, there's Princess for you. Finished up journaling and writing out the plan of action. Journaling, I mention this all the time when I do these, but 6-minute diary. It's not going to change your life, but it's nice to write down the things that you're grateful for. It asks, what you're grateful for. This is how me today great, and then positive affirmation. You get the date up the top, circle what day it is. I always put a little bit to make sure that I've taken my supplements because I used to be quite bad for forgetting them. So I tick box that every morning. This morning I'm going to tell you what I'm grateful for because I always have to remind myself, because sometimes, like this morning, I wake up tired and I'm like, fucking hell, do I want to do any of this? So I'm grateful for, and it's going to sound cringy, but I don't care. I do not care. I'm grateful for waking up, the opportunity to move forwards and doing what I love. Because sometimes, again, it will get to my head and I'll be like, I can't be bothered doing all these check-ins, I can't be bothered doing this and this and that. But, I do enjoy what I do and I'm very fortunate to do that. So making sure that I'm grateful for it. This is how I make today great. Check-ins done by a good time. Record each meal for the full day of eating because, it's easy to forget when I'm too busy trying to focus on everything else. Have a good session, podcast, and then chat to Thick Clothing More to get sorted, the Natural Physique Coaching clothing. And then positive affirmation, I always put the same thing. I control the outcome. It's something I like to remind myself because sometimes you can feel bad and feel sorry for yourself about not moving forward how you want to, or, you're not growing as much as you want to from a bodybuilding standpoint or from a business standpoint. Realistically, it's down to you. I control the outcome. Whatever I put in, I get out. So I like to remind myself of that at the start of each day to make sure that I'm kind of motivated to get after it. And then the plan of action. So just very simple stuff, like there's a little few things outside of this. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. It's also backwards, isn't it? So it doesn't it's not very helpful. The plan of action is check-ins, meal 1, rest of check-ins, walk, meal 2, which will be pre-workout meal. I need to record that for you guys. Train, meal 3, clear my WhatsApp, post on Instagram, do the podcast, meal 4, walk, sleep. Again, definitely little things to do here and there that I've not got written down, but those are the big tasks. Yes, eating meals I've got written down, because they are hard for me right now. But yeah, that's the plan of action, and let's get cracking with the day. Right, mic is now equipped. The timer is now 3 minutes past 8, and that is the first little batch of my check-ins done 4 check-ins wrapped up. They usually take about 20 minutes each, just across preparing them and then actually recording them. So 20 to 25 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes preparing, like going through all the clips, going through all the photos, writing down all the notes, listening to the voice notes, so on and so forth. Then about 10 minutes recording as well. Brandon's one I'm really happy with this morning, especially Brandon's now 6 weeks out as of me recording this, which is the 17th of June. This should be out in a couple of days' time as well, so still roughly about 5.5 weeks out. And I'm buzzing with how things are moving. Brandon's going to be editing this as well, so hopefully he's sat there with a little giddy smile on his face. But things are looking really good for him. I've got some screenshots up here, got his sheets up in front of me because I want to show you the improvements that we've made so far. So his rear lat spread especially today, because his glutes are starting to come through a little bit, which is really exciting. You'll be able to see it on screen. I was going to show you it here, but we'll get some photos up on screen when we're editing this. Lines through the glutes are definitely coming through. Hamstrings are getting kind of a good chunk more dug out. If you look at the very start of prep versus now, really impressive the improvements that he's made. That's 73 kg versus what is now roughly 67 kg, which is class. I'm really happy with that. With body weight coming down, obviously you're going to struggle to retain performance and keep numbers moving up the way. We've done our absolute best to do that, and it does extremely well with his training performance. Now at a point where it is, like fighting for his life to retain numbers, but again, he's doing that well as well. So continuing to push in that direction. We are again 6 weeks out from the first show, in a good spot. Like, that's kind of a warm-up show in a sense. The main shows start in about 10 weeks time, so you don't need to be inside out peeled for the 6 week show, but you're still going to be very lean for it. High days are going in once a week or so at the moment, just to make sure that we are kind of like filling back up again, staying fresh, making sure that it doesn't flatten out way too much. Food is still really high as well for a prep setting. 300 grams of carbs, 200 grams of carbs is what I've just dropped to, so minus 25 grams of carbs on both days, and that's still a good 2,500 calories on a training day and 2,150 roughly on a non-training day. So again, plenty of food. But this is where it gets really important to be, discussing with each other pretty often. We've made some tweaks to posing. The amount he's doing 2 rounds in the morning fasted, 2 rounds post-workout. He does 18 minutes of posing on a rest day, where he does like a front relax, holds that for a good while, then goes into a full round of posing, repeats that 3 times. Everything right now is just locked in to where we wanted to be within a bodybuilding prep. Training performance great, posing, cardio, everything. It's just ticking the boxes and doing that consistently. It's just like clockwork right now. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Just a wee highlight from the check-ins. I'm not going to obviously go through all of them, but one to definitely highlight and point out. Possibly think about doing a video going through Brandon's whole process as well, to where he started, from where he started, to where he is now. Everything that we've done and shown you people, like the kind of blueprint for that, because I'm sure a lot of people want to do similar to what he's doing right now, and I'll show you how we've done that over the past 93 weeks it is now that we've worked together. So yeah, very exciting stuff. Go follow Brandon. I'm sure he can put his Instagram on the page for you, because he's editing this anyway. So go on, mate, plug yourself. Go follow him to follow along with the prep, and obviously myself as well will be a lot on my Instagram, and I'll make YouTube content around the show days, etc. But yeah, excited for that. Now let's get on to meal 1. There we go. Right, we've got Trained by JP Isopro Triple Chocolate Flavour. There we go. So meal 1 is usually, it's not going to be this time because I'm running out of Rice Krispies. It's usually 100 grams of Rice Krispies and 25 grams of Choco Shells. I like the Choco Shells in it because it gives it a little bit of something different, a little bit of different texture, makes it easier to eat, a wee bit more exciting. But 40 grams of whey. There we go. 40 grams of whey. Then we've got on the side, in the cereal that I'm not eating, I've got this banana. Exciting banana. And then this is something different, very different. Dates, but covered in melted dark chocolate. I'm going to show you in a wee second. Covered in melted dark chocolate with peanut butter inside them. Now this is not something you can buy because my mum makes them. I have one of these with each meal. Absolute cheat codes. So a little date covered in dark chocolate with 5 grams of peanut butter inside, so it means that I get my fats in as well as getting extra carbs, and I have one of them with every single meal, and they're like 150 calories a pop, these wee things. So I get that with every meal, and it helps me get my food in. So that's that on the side. I've got my protein shake, and then I'm not a real bodybuilder. I have milk honestly. And before you say my digestion issues is not related to the milk and not related to the dairy, it is not. I've had like an in-depth kind of analysis of my whole microbiome, like the breakdown of it, sorry, my gut microbiome, the balance and the gut lining and everything, all the stuff that I realistically don't understand because it was 42 pages worth of just fucking science and data and shit. And there's nothing, I have no intolerance to dairy, and they said it should sit fine with me. So yeah, I'm still having my milk. Yeah, there's absolutely no, oh, it's just a pure dust from the bottom of it. No Rice Krispies left, so I'm just going to go in with the rest of the chocos. So it's 16 grams of Rice Krispies, bring us up to 125. There we go. So meal, it's too much. Okay, I don't mind it being 3 grams over right now. If you're in prep, don't do that. But I'm trying to get bigger anyway, so a little bit extra cereal won't help me. It won't help me. Won't kill me. So yeah, the first meal, banana, date, protein shake, 125 grams of cereal, 300 mils of milk. Crack on with that. Crack on with the rest of work. Go for a wee walk. It's horrible outside, to be fair. And then we'll go into meal 2, which is the pre-workout meal, wrap and chips. Get excited for it because that's going to be the full tutorial that everyone's been waiting for. I know you've had sleepless nights waiting for this, but yeah, let's go. Absolute cinema. Here we go. It is the wrap and chips tutorial. I'm going to show you how to make the best wrap and chips in the land. We've got all our ingredients here. There's really not that much. Potatoes, chicken, you can't really see it because it's in a bag. Olive oil or fry light if you're dieting, and your seasoning, and an air fryer. Big bad boy, oh, big bad boy here. So, wrap and chips tutorial, let's get cracking on into it. Now, I'm making 2 servings today. Making one for my fine lady as well. Casey's coming over. So we're going to train together today. I don't think I'm going to record the training session because it doesn't show me, it's only when I'm not recording. I've only got like 25 minutes worth left of storage on this SD card and I don't have another one. So I'm not going to record a session today. I'm literally just going to make this a day in the life and full day of eating. I might record some post-workout posing and pretty much have that just as a session. So yeah, wrap and chips, let us get into it. Right, got our potato. I've got 700 grams here. I have 500 grams because I'm trying to gain weight. Casey's got 200 grams because she's trying to lose weight. So I'm gonna take our vegetable cleaner, Newman and Co. Is my mic on? It is. Last time I done one of these tutorials, I was cleaning it with a sponge, and I get some stick for it on Instagram. Everyone was going off for nut because I was cleaning my potatoes with a sponge, but it wasn't the sponge that we cleaned everything else with. That was the potato cleaning sponge, so it was actually relatively clean and safe to do so. But give your potatoes a good rinse, cold water on, give them a good clean, and we're going to chop these up into the little chips. It's really simple. Like the macronutrients on this meal are spot on. I'll pop them up on screen at some point. I think probably just at the start of the tutorial when I was giving a wee intro there. Macronutrients are really good. Very simple. Just potatoes and actually like cooking them right and seasoning them well, and you can make them shit hot. So clean them, and then we will get them onto the chopping board here. See if I can actually get the right angle so I'm not in the way the whole time. There we go. Get a bit of kitchen roll down, pat them all dry. Now you can parboil your potatoes, your tater tots. You can parboil your potatoes if you want to make them nice and fluffy and all that jazz, but I really can't be bothered and it takes too much time. It takes enough time to make this meal in the first place anyway, so I enjoy these without doing it anyway, so I'm just going to do them like that. Now for getting the potatoes into little chips, I'm going to give you the exact, I don't like how that wee thing's in the way. If I do it like this, can I get it? Nothing's in the way there, spot on. So for getting your potatoes correct, you want to turn them sideways, nice and tall, like so. I'm going to zoom in here. Zoom in. Boom. Yes, there we go. Tall. Now, boom, boom, onto its side, There you go. Into your wee wedge potato shapes. Spot on. Same goes for the rest of them. Somehow not chopped my hands up doing this in like the 2 years of making them. I don't know how I've done it. Even with a big boy like this. Do the same thing. It just be a bit harder to get through it. There we go. And then you're into your potato shape. There we go. So cut up your potatoes, pat them dry, even like the insides as well. Get a little bit of the starch off. You're supposed to put them in like ice cold water and move it about to get that off, but again, do I care that much? No. So I'm just going to do it this way. So I'll catch you once I've got them up in my little bowl over here. Can you see me? Hey, there you go. We've got the potatoes in the bowl now. So for myself, again, with me trying to push body weight up, my fats are a little bit higher just now. So I've got 10 mils of olive oil. Casey has 5 mils. So if we add that up, what do we get? 15. Well done. Answering along and learning your mathematics while watching. I've actually put 17 in, so I might as well off myself. Nothing's worth living for anymore. I've messed up. But we're going to shake everything up here. Again, if you are dieting and you can't use olive oil, literally just use a bit of fry light here. It works just the same. I've done so throughout my entire prep and it was very, very similar. Now, in terms of seasonings of choice, I'm going to be very plain and very simple for just now and for this tutorial. We'll get pink Himalayan salt, less processed, less refined, is the pretty much best salts you can get. So I'm going to go in with 10 grains here between us. Some pepper, get that in there, a couple grains, and then some peri peri salt. Here's the thing, there you go. Give it a little bit of spice. I'm going to put like a teeny bit of the spicy chip stuff in it. I'm not doing too much of that just now, just to be aware of my stomach issues. I don't want to go too spicy, anything that's going to upset it at all. But if you've never tried this shit, it's incredible. Spicy chips, it's called, and then from Schwartz. I used to also put garlic granules in it, which slapped, but I think it messes up my stomach, so I don't do so anymore. But give this a good old shake up. Try not to let any of the chips come out of the bowl, is the goal. You get them completely coated in all your seasoning. Boom, there we go. I'm going to give you a wee close up of that. Now, what to do from here? What to do from here, you ask? Air fryer. So settings wise, what we're going to do is put the chips into both of them. Because there's a lot of chips, there's 700 grams here, it takes quite a while to cook them. So we're going to split them evenly across both drawers here and put it on for 10 minutes. I'm going to click the sync button. Now if you have the sync button, the match button. If you have a Ninja air fryer, there is a match button. If you don't have a Ninja air fryer, God knows what it says because I don't have one. It's not a Ninja air fryer. So yeah, I'm going to split this nice and even. There we go. On, boom, air fry, 10 minutes, match, gosh. Again, I don't know if you can see me here, but they're going to stay in for 10 minutes. You're going to flip them and kind of give them a shake about halfway through. While you're doing that, or while that's cooking, sorry, you're going to cut the chicken, get everything ready in that sense. Once this finishes cooking, you get all the chips into the left hand or the right hand. I always just do left, I'm just used to it. Into one of the air fryers and then cook the chicken in the other one for 8 to 9 minutes. And while that cooks, the chips finish off cooking, they get to where they want to be. You flip the chicken, you flip the chips halfway through that as well. Once they're all finished cooking, get your chicken, get a few little chips into the wrap. While you're making the wrap, get this on max crisp to crispen up the potatoes. Put the wrap back in for a minute or two, and that gets it to that a little bit warmer, slight bit crispy, exactly where you want it to be. So yeah, I'm going to cut the chicken and everything just now, and we'll update you once we're putting them into each little drawer. Little tip for you: soy sauce on your chicken, banging, makes it taste 10 times better. Also helps you get your sodium in. So dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, whatever you want. I do a little bit of both. Very similar seasonings for the chicken as well. Just your perfect 523 for Casey. Teeny bit of spicy chips, a little bit of pepper, and then some pretty salt, mix that up. It just, oh, unbelievable. So, again, soy sauce on your chicken makes it way nicer. So, here's another bit of value for you. Our chips are finished in terms of they're each individual sides, so they're still going to be pretty damn raw. Once it's halfway through, give them a good mix up, get them all, the ones at the bottom, get them unstuck. That one didn't go very well, did it? Just so that the ones at the top don't get cremated and then the ones at the bottom are still raw. So give these a good old mix about. They do stick pretty hard. Okay, well, I'm making a right tit of this one, but I'm trying to be nice and efficient for you. And not drag this out. I'm sure Brandon can cut out all the shit anyway. But get all of them into the one side, ideally without the air fryer flipping upside down. So get them all in there, and then you're going to get your chicken in this one here to the right. A little bit of garlic, otherwise with that soy sauce it does stick quite easily. No voice crack. No voice cracks right here. I get a part that's not smothered in potato or chicken juice. There we go. Got all of that in there, spread that across evenly, and then you're back on for 8 minutes. Right, chicken loaded up, chips loaded up. Same thing goes for, I'll go 9 minutes, because I usually do 8, but there's a bit more chips in there and a bit more chicken in there, so just to make sure they are fully cooked. But we'll wait for that to finish up and we're pretty much good to go. Now, preparing the wraps, be dramatic engines there. Preparing the wraps. Both Casey and I like, I don't know if that's going to have enough in it, a little bit of sweet chili jam and a little bit of garlic béarnaise on the bottom. So get that there, get that there. Nothing too much to give it a little bit of extra taste and to let the wrap have a bit more flavour to it. You've got all the tips and tricks today. This comes from years of experience in the wrapping chips game. It's like coaching, it's like bodybuilding. You need to walk the walk, you know? Learn all the little tips and tricks. But yeah, get that down as a base. And also, another trick is to microwave this for about 20 to 30 seconds. Otherwise, there's a very good chance that your wrap is going to rip when you go to actually wrap it itself. So when the chips and the chicken is just about to finish, pop your wrap in the air fryer. God's sake, Josh. Pop it in the microwave, for 20 to 30 seconds to warm it up to get it a little bit softer, so that when you wrap it, it does not rip in half. But boom, that's our base. Also, sweet and crisp cherry lettuce. It must be sweet and crisp, but that's going to go on as well. Yeah, we're just about finished. We've got both wraps ready. Chips pretty much done as well. Is that in the camera? Hey, beautiful. Look at them, just beautiful. Wrap these bitches up. Both ends in it first, and then over like that. And again, the wrap's already nice and soft because it has been microwaved. You know, you go to Nando's and they've got the dead soft wraps, and you're like, how do they do that? Or a taco place, something like that. A burrito place, sorry. Usually because they're heated up already. So, get them in the microwave, nice and soft. I'll laugh if one of these fucking breaks open now that I've said all this. Now we're all good. So yeah, we've got the wraps ready. We're literally just gonna, again, go in here, pop this on max crisp, boom, and put that in for 2 minutes. And then you'll be done. Right, wee bit of peri salt on the chips as well. Up. Boom. Now again, with me in a gaining phase at this point, I really don't mind eyeballing the chips between Casey and I. If I was in a dieting phase, I would definitely make that a little bit more accurate. But say the chips are a little bit raw because I've made them a little bit more than usual, 700 grams instead of 500 grams. It's always harder when you make more at the one time. Casey's got a little bit more than that. There we go. So my chips there, Casey's chips there, bit of tomato sauce. We are good to go. Wrap and chip tutorial. Right, recording. Someone asked me what I do for arms. Biceps, triceps. How I've grown them. Just the guy on Instagram when I done the wee question box. Very simple. I've only just started doing this, to be fair, with an easy bar instead of a rope. You can do either or. I'm just quite enjoying this because it means I can get the full stack on and just whack it out. I'll then superset this just with a curl, so I'll put this to the bottom, bang, crack on for there, get as much blood flowing as possible. In terms of the rest of the arm work, a lot of my tricep tissue was built just doing dips or some form of like tricep dominant press. However, I can't do that right now just because of my pec and because of my shoulder. So I'm doing this as a slight substitution for that. Again, normal tricep extensions, over the head tricep extensions, really nice. So that's having that down the bottom, turn around, bang for there. Single arm preacher curls, behind the body bicep curl, incline dumbbell curls, anything. I do biceps on my push day and on my upper day. So I do pushing arms instead of doing like arms on push and pull. I just like putting it together. But arms 2 to 3 times per week and you'll be good. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on into this set now and see how it goes. Thank you. Right, what's happening? We're back. Post workout, we have pasta, Lloyd Grossman tomato and basil sauce, mince, and half a garlic bread. So, is this the most optimal post workout meal you've ever seen? No. Is it super fast acting carbs, this and that? No. Do I want to eat it? And is it the only thing I really want to eat at this moment? Yes. I really, really don't want to eat at all right now. But this actually gives me some appetite because it's a nice meal. Garlic bread, is it the healthiest, best thing? Is it probably a little bit processed? The answers to them aren't great, but it's goddamn enjoyable. It gets my food in, and it goes well with the meal. So yeah, macros are still solid. Helps me get my food in, so I don't want to hear any slagging of my post-workout meal. Got Naughty Boys hydration in here as well. Strawberry and mango, it slaps. I got the cherry one that's shite. So this one's a lot better, the strawberry mango one. Code Josh Tennant, Pit Stop Nutrition, as always. But yeah, I'm going to eat this, make up a wee transformation post of Chris, who I'll also put on the screen. Some shots of him from the very start of working with me versus now, and then also just like the actual most recent transformation from the start of his diet recently to now as well. So I'm going to make that up and I'll fire that into the YouTube video as well. Munch this, we'll get the podcast soon. And yeah, I'll come back for the final meal, but we've got 11 minutes left of recording on the DJI, so can't stick around for too long. See you in the next bit. We have made it. There we go. We've made it in good timing. There's still 10 minutes left on the DJI. So I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to be able to actually get to the end of this video. But the day is coming to an end. It is 8:55, or 8:54, sorry. Got my final meal here. We finished recording the podcast. It was a long one, about an hour and a half, and about 15 minutes of yapping and planning trips, etc. each side of it. So that took a good while. We now have my final meal. So flip this around, a nice bodybuildery meal. Oh, there's me on the wall, me and Ben. Boom, we've got this meal. I'm going to move my big fat hands out of the way. There we go. So, got, I can't work this thing, man. 125 grams of rice, that's uncooked jasmine rice. We've got 150 grams of chicken, we've got 50 grams of dates. We've got my mixed veg, so that's broccoli, carrots, and some sweet corn. Hopefully, like me just sitting playing with the food here, I'm trying to show you actually what it is. There's some wee bits of dates there, so it's got 50 grams of dates through it as well, some honey and some sweet chili sauce as well, and then my orange juice on the side. This camera's guff, man. But yeah, 300 mils of orange juice on the side to finish off the day. We've got the podcast sitting here, unedited, ready to go. Plan of action is to scran this meal. Oh, look at that, you can see all the steam coming off it. Scran this meal. I need to schedule my infographics post for the week, so I need to, or say make that, sorry, not schedule it. So submit that to our graphics designer, and he gets it all made up for us, and the deadline is before Wednesday, so I usually just use my Tuesday nights on this final meal to do that. Upload the podcast, get it onto YouTube and onto Spotify. Then realise I need to actually check if I've got the Spotify login. I'm going to start putting up on Spotify. So if you've not started listening to that already, go to Natural Physique Coaching on YouTube or Spotify. We do a weekly podcast, just dropping knowledge, having a bit of a giggle. It's usually like an enjoyable listen or watch. It's not all super serious. So if you have not tuned into that already, please do so. Like and subscribe and all that jazz on there, on here as well. Obviously, I'm trying to pump out a lot more content just now. So if you do like it, please do let me know in the comments. Any support is appreciated. Like and subscribing obviously does massively help, and looking to be very consistent with this, as I say, with 2 times per week posts. So yeah, that's everything. I'm going to enjoy this meal just now. Enjoy your day whenever you are watching this, when it's the afternoon, the morning, the evening. Enjoy your day, have a good night's sleep if it's the evening. If it's the morning, fucking get up and get after it. So yeah, that's all. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.